Hello students, this is Dr. Rajshekar. I teach Science and Technology, and I would like to talk to you today about what type of approach that we need, what type of understanding we need, to prepare for Science and Technology questions that are coming in the UPSC prelims exams. Okay, so first of all, we need to understand that the questions from Science and Technology are coming from various domains that we notice here, like general science areas and also science and technology areas. So within general science, and of course traditionally it was mostly questions coming from biology part, and then physics. Rarely we have seen questions that are coming from the chemistry part, but of course we'll see that how trend has been changed in this field. So from the core general and more direct type of questions to we have moved mostly to the applied parts of questions, like contemporary questions and questions that are focusing on current affairs or current issues in these fields, especially in the applied areas that we have been noticing the questions. Like biotechnology is one area where we have been seeing a lot of questions, and in space technology, information and communication technology, and nanotechnology, nuclear technology. Also, we had few questions from these areas, and 3D printing, IPR, defense are the other areas where questions had come in the past. Let's look into the number of questions that had come from this. Overall, that what we have noticed is that there are over 6 to 13 questions. On average, you can pick up about 9 to 10 questions that come in the exams in the last 5-6 years. I think only one time around 2017, I think we had fewer questions, like 6 questions. Otherwise, an average about 9 questions, 10 questions that are coming from science and technology. So definitely, weightage in science and technology had increased. Okay, and interestingly, if you look into the last 2 years, like by 2019, if you actually look into biotechnology, we had 6 questions, and 2018 we had 5 questions from the biotechnology area. That is really big chunk of questions that we have seen in the last 2 years. And then ICT, we have seen that there are 4 questions. There are 4 questions in 2019 and 5 questions in 2018. So more or less the same trend. And physics, there was only 1 question and no questions from space, interestingly. And physics and space questions, there were 3 from in 2018 here. So definitely biotechnology and ICT, intermittently we are seeing space technology is definitely dominating the number of questions that we have been seeing. And look at the number of questions we are getting it, around 13 questions is definitely significant out of 100 questions. So science and technology is not something that students should take it light, because in the past students used to ignore the questions coming from this, but I feel we should not take that risk from science and technology area, given that we are looking into around 12%, 13% marks in the weightage from this part of the questions. And why questions from biotechnology? Maybe it looks like students who are preparing, because they are writing IFOs also, right? Those students probably require a little bit more weightage on biotechnology. So there's a talk that to satisfy that requirement, maybe we are seeing more biotechnology questions. In the coming videos, I'll talk to you about what areas and what type of difficulty that we are looking into in biotechnology. I'll take up questions from last year, and we'll talk to you we'll explain you how we can deal with such questions. Okay. All right, so next I would like to briefly look into the aspects of how and what sources that we need to read, what type of questions that are coming from. Let's have a brief idea on this part. Okay. Let me clear this. Yes, so let's look into the biology part. So biology, traditionally questions were coming from physiology and all sorts of things, like nervous system, different parts of the brain, and the diseases to different parts. Those questions used to be common, but mostly what we are seeing now is in biology, questions are mostly, you see in the last couple of years, related to health and disease and with comparative analysis. Like 2019, there was a question on hepatitis as well as HIV, comparison between hepatitis and HIV. Okay, so they are making this comparison, making it little hard. It is not straightforward, not easy, very easy, but medium type of questions. You can still figure out the answers to it. Okay, in the following video, I'll talk about this. And then also the biology, we have seen questions coming from either viruses can infect which of the following. There was also an interesting question that had come 2 years ago. which is asking about transcriptomics. Transcriptomics, if you have a basic understanding in biology, if you understand that from DNA to mRNA when information is copied, that process is called transcription. Okay, and transcriptomics is collection of mRNA. If you are understanding about collection of mRNAs, like what we do in genomics, here transcriptomics we look into mRNAs. The simple terminology, if you understand, you should be able to answer something like that. So definitely biology is something that we should not ignore, and I recommend you to read 8th, 9th, 10th NCERT books if you're preparing for 2021. If you're already writing for 2020, don't worry now, but otherwise I hope that you read NCERT books. They give very good foundation that you would require. Both physics and chemistry as well as biology part is covered in this, correct? 8th, 9th, 10th. Selected topics from 12th, especially because biotechnology, genetics, health and disease is mostly covered in NCERT 12th biology. I feel these are something that would give you a good foundation, so I would recommend you to read. Okay, and coming to the type of questions and the sources in physics part, physics we had seen questions either being asked on Albert Einstein's theory of relativity and connected concepts related to it, they asked once. And they also asked questions on gravitational waves. This question had repeated twice, and we have seen that one, they asked about black holes and merging of black holes, what type of phenomena and the significance of that study in that year, because Nobel Prize winning research, it was in news because of Nobel Prize, so they asked that question. And also gravitational wave detector ELISA that they talked about. So in connection with what, that was straightforward question. They asked about something to do with the detection of gravitational waves. So some questions are really straightforward, easy. If you're just reading the newspapers regularly, like Hindu, or it could be any source of newspaper, but if you are aware about the current happenings in that, I think that should suffice the need for this. Okay, so that's about physics. And chemistry, we have not seen any direct questions as such. And I don't say that we should ignore. We definitely read in 8th, 9th, 10th, and focus on any new happenings in this field. But we had seen fewer questions from chemistry. Next, moving on to the science and technology part. So first, I would probably look into the biotechnology region in science and technology. So in biotechnology, what we had seen, questions are coming from various applications of areas. So in the next video, I will talk to you briefly about that. Interestingly, actually, to my surprise, I asked a difficult question like antisense RNA technology, which I usually avoid teaching students because I feel it is really complex. But the questions that come from it, they're definitely making it complicated for biotechnology in biotechnology part. Then when we talk about space technology, questions were either they asked about launchers in the past, or they asked about questions and applications of remote sensing satellites, navigation satellite systems that they asked about. So questions were, I didn't feel they are really complicated. We just need to know the basics right and read frequently about it. So especially like ISRO year-end reports from PIB, if you read or you regularly follow the newspapers, those are not too difficult. Okay, so same thing with biotechnology. I recommend you to read updates that come from the Department of Biotechnology and also regular newspaper reading. And looking at ICT, information and communication technology part. So what we have noticed in information and communication technology is questions were not too difficult. Either they asked questions in last year 2019, we had seen questions on fundamental understanding of IR and VR. Okay, so virtual reality and AR, augmented reality, that they had question. Simple definition. If you knew it well, you should actually figure out the answer without much problem. Or they asked about the levels of factor authentication. They asked about like something like UPI payments that we make, and also in related to debit cards that they asked a question. They asked a question on DigiLocker, digital locker, Li-Fi technology, LTEs. So questions were conceptual and fundamental. So this should not be a very big problem for you. Similarly, nanotechnology, they asked questions on applications related to drug delivery systems. Nuclear technology, we had seen in the past question on ITER project, how does it benefit India? And also other areas like 3D printing, applications of 3D printing. IPR, they asked about geographic index and pairs that they asked to match, right? And defense, they asked THAAD, THAAD systems. What was it in connection that we heard about it? So definitely in the other areas, I felt questions were more straightforward. And biotechnology is the only area where I felt the questions were a little bit more tricky. Okay, so this actually I wanted to give you overview here on what we're talking about. So definitely I think I hope it served the purpose. In the next video I'll talk to you more about questions on biotechnology and other relevant areas. Okay, thank you.